Does it help?
It helps your consciousness. It helps your blood pressure. It helps for him. It helps his singing. It helps his throat. Dairy products are a cause of phlegm and all these bacteria. It's one of the #1 reasons people get sick and contract diseases is because of the disgusting milk and dairy products you eat. So there's a lot of reasons that are beneficial.
Yeah. It's hard to go though completely like my shoes have animal in it. Probably some of the deodorant I use and stuff, but to try to make your immediate diet, it's a good step, because one day there ain't going to be any more animals. I don't even think it's animals that are being served to people nowadays. It's these, they don't even have eyes. Like, what, Kentucky Fried Chicken? It's not even a, it doesn't even have
some weird form of breathing.
Yeah, it's just one gigantic muscle that they've mutated, and it grows inside of a cage, and
then people eat it.
Yeah, and then people go, why is there this mad cow disease or mad chicken disease or something? It's like, well, maybe we're not supposed to be eating this stuff.
So when did you start doing that? How did this come about to you, the idea of dairy products then?
It's always been around us. I mean, I think I grew up vegetarian, and I haven't eaten meat for about 20 years or something. And then just we've always been around people who are very conscious of the environment or of what they were eating or of, all different kind of things. We're traveling a lot and we just take from different places, different ideas because we don't belong to one religion. Like he said, we're not vegan all the way. We still, have our leather belts and, there's some people who are just very much part of a religion and you can't do this and you can do that, and we just kind of walk through life and take the things, that we think make sense to us and apply them to our lives. So.
But it must be quite hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah?
But that's part of the struggle. It's part of the effort. That's part of you saying, I refuse to fucking be part of what you say is normal or what you say we have to be a part of, because I don't think most people realize it's killing us, One day your child's going to wake up with 4 eyes, literally, and you're going to be like, well, it's because he was drinking milk from a cow. It doesn't make sense, does it? He should be drinking milk from your body. But, everyone can argue with us about it. It's to each their own, but...
We're not trying to tell anyone, how to live or how to eat, but,
By accident, I heard that, too.
Yeah. It works for us, Yeah, it works for us.
And also the fact, like, you're probably the most acrobatic man around, so, I mean, you need energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what are your vices, then, if you can't eat anything?
Our vices?
Yeah. What do you indulge in?
Just music.
Music, yeah. A lot of music.
I think we've given up most of our vices about 2 years ago, so...
I think just music and words, and the manipulation of the two, and humor.
Yeah. What kind of humor do you have between the group?
Oh God, the darkest,
twisted
sick,
humor.
twisted, darkest humor ever. Yeah, yeah. There is no stone left unturned. There's nothing that is.
Nothing is sacred.
Yeah, everything
goes.
is game. Yeah.
It's good. You need to be able to laugh at yourself. That's the most important thing. I mean, and that's just that's what keeps us, I think, healthy and sane. Is to be able to, poke fun at ourselves and at each other and kind of point out our weaknesses, and it sticks in your head, and then you try to work on those things, so.
Because I'm amazed, because reading interviews and stuff, it seems obviously the artwork, the album is very dark. But I see a lot of humor in it.
Yeah,
definitely. Definitely.
What do you think people...
Thank God. Why? Because journalists, for the most part, an interview isn't really about the person being interviewed. It's about the interviewer usually. Usually the journalist comes in, he has the story written. Okay, this is how they are. They're serious. They're blah, blah, blah. They're pretentious. They're blah, blah. And they come and they ask you questions, but it's like you're not even talking, and then they write their story however they want. So if they want to use the picture that looks very serious, then they use that picture of the, There's plenty of times where we're cracking up during photo sessions because photo sessions are so awkward and uncomfortable, but people hardly ever use those pictures, They use the ones where we're like...
So it looks like we're posing really hard, but it's more... what it really is we're just trying to get through it, you know, and we just want them to hurry up
and get it over with.
Yeah,
It's the worst thing.
The worst thing is feeling like you're back in high school and you're brand new to the school, and you walk into the classroom and you look the way we look, and everyone just looks at you. That's what it's like taking photos. And then if the person doesn't take photos well and they take forever, you know, you just stay stiff, and so you come off looking like you're tough or you're.
The worst of those photographers, yeah, they take forever. They go, and they go,
Like,
a little, no, now a little, okay, chin up. No, now to the side. And you're like, like this?
yeah, it's fun.
Okay. It's just such an uncomfortable experience.
Some bands can eat it up. Some bands are great at it. Like
Some bands love it.
Like when we were in Australia, we were doing photos next to the darkness, you know, and it was night and day, you know, like that guy, and they were really nice people, you know. He loved hamming it up, and we were in the corner going, please take the picture. It was so obvious.
So what, but I can't see that on stage.
Because that's the time to do it. That's the time to let loose. That's the time to be someone else. That's the time to be the antenna, to let the frequencies and the transmissions come in, and I'm not Cedric anymore. He's not Omar anymore. We're Volta. You know?
We're directly linked to the musical current at that moment, you know, and everything else ceases to exist. You know, there's only the communication between us, and sometimes there's the energy of the crowd that feeds into that. But like you said, you pretty much abandon any prehistory or any forward thinking, and it's all about that moment. So it's really the most liberating time for us. It's, you know, that's why we're here.
I was thinking, because the best artists I find are the shy exhibitionists. Are you?
Yeah, that's a good way of saying it. Right?
Yeah, because people.
Yeah, because you misunderstand people from maybe being cocky and pretentious and rude, but they're shy.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
but people always think, especially, you know, earlier when we were touring in vans and stuff, the reason we stopped staying at people's houses is because they thought because we were one way on stage that we were that way off stage, you know. So we get off stage, we just wanted to go home and eat and read a book or something or watch a movie, you know, and you know, they'd make a party and they, you know, they'd bring all this stuff, and it's like, oh man.
We'd be in our sleeping bag in the middle of the party going, oh man, it's horrible.
And everyone wants to take the stage show in.
Yeah.
Exactly. They're like, come on, man, rip up the walls, go for it. You know, do a flip. You know? It's like, oh man.
You can only do that for maybe an hour or two out of your day, and that's what we live for. That's our outlet, and then after that, you don't want to do it for the rest of the night, because I think we'd fall apart probably in the morning. You know?
And we wouldn't be very balanced people, you know. We're just not we're into balance and one extreme to the other and everything that goes in between, you know.
But it seems like you're very, like, style and fashion and everything, the artwork and the way you look, and are you very conscious of? I mean, your hair.
We just know what we like.
Yeah.
Our hair is natural. We're Spics, you know. We're from Mexico and Puerto Rico, and our hair grows out instead of down. This has been an issue since the day we started taking pictures in magazines, and it's just white people not understanding, you know, what it is to be different. Really, it's like saying like, oh, your skin is so dark, it's so fashionable, you know, and it's like, it's just the way we look, and we know what we like when it comes to artwork. We know what moves us, what excites us. When people want to talk about such mundane things as our clothing, we just, you know, it's not about what looks good. It's whatever I think anyone can tell you.
Fits.
It's what fits. If something fits and makes you feel good, if you feel like, oh, okay, I'm ready to go out and do whatever, then, you know, then that's what works for you. For some people, they like baggy pants and a lot of space, and this makes them feel comfortable. You know, that's comfortable. For me, for us, it's uncomfortable to have all this cloth everywhere. So, you know, so our clothes are a little tighter. You know, it's not anything that's thought out. And
But do you find that funny then when people see that as very stylish and that your style icons for loads of people?
It's depressing when people just want to talk about that.
Yeah, but no one's gonna go and buy girls' pants. No one's gonna go buy women's clothes. We buy women's clothing. You know what I mean? It takes a certain kind of individual to go and, you know, get through the you know, all the embarrassment of going to the women's clothing. You know what I mean? But people don't realize, you know, everyone as far as like Johnny Thunders has been doing that. You know what I mean? It's just like, if you like something, go get it. If you want to wear it, wear it. It doesn't matter if you influence people or if you're following someone. Just do what you want to do, really. it works for us on tour, you know. We can wear the same thing all the time. We wake up, get out of bed, and there we are, and people go, wow, what a statement. It's like,
that's the best part. I literally just woke up and and came over here.
Brilliant. I think we have to end this. It's been great. I mean, he gave us the whole story. Before you came. And you